Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing good, and I am back with a very interesting SQL hard question which is often asked in the interviews. So, I got this question from Strata Scratch, and the question name is from Microsoft to Google, right? So, yeah, here we go. So, we have one table which contains user ID, employer, position, start date, and end date, right? So, what we will have to find out is that we'll have to find out, um, consider all LinkedIn users who at some point worked at Microsoft. Okay, so for how many of them was Google their next employer right after Microsoft, right? No employees in between. So, what we will have to find out is that how many users first worked at Microsoft, second after Microsoft immediately who switched from Microsoft to Google, right? So that count we will have to find out. I hope you guys are clear about the question, right? So here if you see Microsoft Google, right? So in between Microsoft and Google for user ID 1, there's no other employer. So here in this case we'll have to consider this user ID, right? Similarly, we'll have to find out all such user IDs who have switched from Microsoft to Google directly without any intermediate employer, right? So yeah, so let's head over to the solution. So this is how the table looks like. Let's order by user ID and start date, right? Cool. So we have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Okay. So the first employee switched from Microsoft to Google directly. The second one switched from Google to Microsoft, right? So what we are gonna do is that we are gonna create a rank column. I'll use row number here, right? So I'm gonna partition by user ID and I'm gonna order by start date, right? And I'm gonna name it as rank. I'll remove the order by, right? Cool. So now we have a column, a rank column, which basically is partitioned on the basis of user ID, and we have ordered by start date, right? So let's encapsulate this within a CTE, right? Select star from CTE, right? Now here what we can do here is we can do inner join, right? Firstly, okay, we can do inner join here. How we are gonna do inner join? We are gonna get we are gonna join on the basis of user ID, that is one condition, and we are gonna join on the basis of rank also, right? So select star from CTE where employer is equal to Microsoft, right? Let's run this one. Okay, so we have this, and then select star from CTE where employer is equal to Google, right? Let's run this. Okay, so we have these many user IDs who at some point of their tenure worked for Google, right? So what we can do here is we can simply do a join between these two, right? Select star from, we can consider this as A and this as B, right? Inner join. Okay, so we are going to do inner join, and the joining condition is very tricky, so please pay a better attention to it. So on a.user id is equal to b.user id, right? and a dot rank is equal to, so a dot rank is basically Microsoft, right? The question is, one sec. The question is, how many of them was Google their next employee right after Microsoft? So how many of them worked at Microsoft at one point of their time and after that immediately switched to Google, right? So the rank of Google, which is basically b dot rank, should be one more than the rank of Microsoft, right? So a dot rank plus 1 is equal to b dot rank, right? Now if I run this, let's take only a dot user ID, right? Let's run this. A dot user ID is returning only 1, right? Now if I can do count a dot user ID, it would return only 1. Okay, so I'll just reiterate the entire solution. So initially I've created a CT wherein I've used row number to kind of rank according to the start date, partition by user ID, right? And then I've used an inner join. So two parts I have created. One part I've got all of the employees who worked for Microsoft at one point of their tenure. The other set, which is B, these would return all of the employees who worked at Google at some point of their time. Having said that, previously in the CT, we already ordered the data within each particular user ID according to the start date, right? So, according to the logic, Microsoft and Google partitioned by user ID should be subsequent, as in it should be consecutive, right? So Google's rank should be one more than Microsoft, and accordingly we have done an inner join and we have got the user ID, and you can just give a distinct of user ID and then we can get the count, right? So yeah, this is it for today. If you really like this video, please press the thumbs up button and also do subscribe my channel. I'm gonna post a lot more videos like this in future. Thank you.